In this ArcMap demonstration, we're going to look at some of the functionality of ArcCatalog. So when you have ArcMap open, ArcCatalog is available off to the side here. Or if it's not currently visible, you can come up here and click this button here, which will open ArcCatalog for you. If not, you can just put it on auto. Okay, now it's pinned. We'll put it on auto hide. Or you can just come and click on it over here and it opens up. So this is a great tool for dragging data into the table of contents to be displayed in the map. So to do that, we just grab a layer of data here. In this case, we're going to add the Trampoline Lake shapefile, which we already have in here, but we're going to drag a copy of it here, and you can see that it quickly draws in there, and it's available for you to use. We're going to turn that layer off. Actually, what I think I'll do is I'll choose right mouse click on that and remove it, and I'll mouse click on this one too and remove it as well. So back to our catalog. In here we can also right mouse click on things and do a little bit of data management. We can delete the data, we can copy it and paste it to another folder somewhere else, we can rename it, we can do some other things that we're not going to get into right now, but later on of course we will. We can look at the properties of that data set if you wanted to. But there is more functionality in ArcCatalog, but to access that functionality we need to open it a different way. And to do that, we're going to go to the Start menu, then we're going to go to All Programs, and then we're going to go, in your case you'll go to the NRMT Applications folder, and in there you'll find the ArcGIS folder. Under there you'll see ArcCatalog, and we'll click on it to open it. Just ignore this message. Alright, so here it is now in its own window, and it's a little bit different. With this version ArcCatalog and the one that's in map display, you do have a number of folders which you have access to, but you can actually change these, or when you first open it up you may not have access to something like your H drive. But if I wanted to, I could connect to a new folder. So I'll go to this button here, connect to folder. I could pick something, we'll go to my computer, I can drill down in any directory as far as I want. We'll go to the C drive. On the C drive I'm going to go to, I don't know, program files, and under program files pick common files and click OK. Now we have a connection right to the common files. I could have stopped at any level in regards to the files within the C drive, or I could have just picked the C drive alone and made those connections. So if I don't want a connection, I can easily remove it by clicking the disconnect from folder, and now it's gone. So if you probably don't want too many connections, but you don't have to worry about deleting something that you can easily add it again. So that's connecting to folders. What we're going to do next is I'm going to go first to, I'm going to click on the GIS course data folder here, and over in contents here I'm going to, well, first of all, I'll browse a little bit further here. I'll click the plus sign and open up that folder. We'll look in the Trampoline Lake Shapes folder. I'm going to click on Trampoline Lake Shape. Under contents, it tells me that it tells me its name, it tells me it's a shape file, and it gives me an image of what that data looks like. I can click Preview, and right now Preview is set to the geography mode. In this mode, I can, like in my map display, I can zoom in on this data. I can zoom out on the data. Probably zoom too far there. I can zoom back to the previous extent. I can pan that data, and I can zoom back to the full extent of the data. I can also use the Identify tool to click on individual features, in this case polygons, and they pull up information from the attribute table for that individual polygon. There's another tool here which creates a thumbnail, and I'll come back to that in a minute. We can switch the preview to table, and what it does, it previews the attribute table for that, and we can look at all the different fields that are in there. Let's change the from table back to geography, and let's look under the description. So in the description here there is some information, but I added it earlier. Your data may not have a description built into it, and we call this metadata, data about data. You could put in here, or what should be in here is probably the year the data, the forest resource inventory was created, its source. I put down here that it comes from the Manitoba Forestry Branch, and that this actual case, this data is a union of 5 individual townships. And there's also a thumbnail of the data itself. And these things can all be changed by clicking the edit button and coming in here and simply typing in information. I'll just hit cancel for right now. If we go back to preview, and if I choose to zoom in on, let's see, Tramping Lake itself instead of the entire 5 townships, and I go to the button here, create thumbnail, and click on it. Now I go back to my description and my thumbnail is changed. I really don't like that thumbnail, so I'm going to go back to full extent and click create thumbnail again and go back to the description, and the entire set of data is in the thumbnail. So that's basically it for functionality of ArcCatalog. And just remember, we can open it by itself. We have a lot more functionality if we do so, but we can also utilize it, especially for drag and for the ease of dragging and dropping layers into the map display right from within Arc.